Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Cliff's Toy Shop. On today's review, we take a look at the Shin Industries Diecast Hall of Armor. Today, I'll be reviewing this particular piece in 4 categories: accessories, design, functionality, and price. Once our scores are totaled, I'll give you my opinion if this is a pass or a purchase. So for accessories, this is a standalone piece, so I wasn't expecting to actually receive anything. However, what was incorporated in the packaging, and I believe is pretty cool, would be these holographic stickers. So we receive a mixture of stickers from the Mark 1 all the way up to the Mark 7. So that will be total 7 holographic stickers that came packaged with this. In addition to the sticker, we received a clear piece of plastic. And as you can see, I've already mounted one of the holographic stickers onto it. Doing this made me realize this was no easy task. And if it was something that I would have wanted in addition in terms of accessories, it would have been 6 additional plastic pieces that already came with this mounted. And I would be willing to pay the extra price for it. Being that this is such a small, and I'm going to say cheap piece of plastic, it shouldn't incorporate a hefty price. In addition, one other thing that could have been incorporated, and it's so weird because I see an area for it, and unless mine is missing it, there's a port that you can see right in the middle, and that port is so that you can place one of the poles to hold the figure. So that's something that would have been cool if it would have been incorporated, even though I probably wouldn't use it. So for overall accessories, I am satisfied, and I will be giving this an 8 out of 10. So for design, I'm going to say that the term diecast is a bit misleading. I was expecting this particular piece to have more diecast components, whether that was on the outside or the inside. Truth be told, I cannot actually tell where diecast is incorporated. I want to say that it's on the floor itself, but it really doesn't feel that way. And I'm pretty sure that it's not on the back panel, certainly not up top. Perhaps sections like this may incorporate some diecast components. The piece is pretty heavy. So again, not sure where the diecast is coming from. I had to go back and take a look at Ironman 1, I think it was. It could have been 2. I think it was actually Ironman 2, just to take a look to see if they were able to capture the likeness of the Hall of Armor, and they did. The inside looks good with the texturing. Below there are actually areas to where you can see the feet. So it's a pretty good design. So overall for design, I will be giving this piece an 8 out of 10. So for functionality, I'm pleased with what we receive here. So both panels, left or right, you're able to remove them. Simply apply some pressure from the front and pull out the panel. In here is tabs to where you can actually connect additional Hall of Armors if you decide to purchase them. And it inserts back very easily. So one of my favorite things on this particular figure would be the options for power. So at the very bottom, and I left off the piece to cover it, the plate, you can install 3 AAA batteries, which will give you a source of power. And directly behind the piece, you can use a DC plug that you can also use to operate the lighting source. Okay, I assure you that this is very easy to tab in place. Just trying to work on the camera is not the easiest thing to do. So once I installed the batteries, I really had no idea where the power source was coming from, or the power button. I was looking in the back, I was looking under it, had to go to the instructions. And what I really liked that it was made so simple. Instead of them placing it in the back, it was placed in the front, which in my opinion was a genius design. So you have some lead blue lighting here. It also follows up along here and underneath it as well. And with the second button, it gives you additional lighting. So let's go ahead and place one of my Ironman figures inside. So here's one of my Ironman figures placed inside. I want to go ahead and attempt to place this on. Didn't read the instructions to how it is supposed to go, but I can see a slot, so I'm assuming something like this. And let's turn some of this lighting off just to see what we get. And I'm very happy with that. So of course you have displaying options. You can choose to use a holographic film, or you can simply remove it. Me, I think I may leave it. I think I kind of like that light reflecting through this piece, excuse me. So for functionality, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. So upon further review, I'm actually going to have to change that score. So at the bottom of this, there's a tab running straight across to where you can sort of plug in the plastic. Up top, there is no tab. So what's happening with mine is this plastic piece here is just falling and laying on the actual figure itself. So I'm going to go ahead and make an adjustment to that score. And for functionality, simply because of that, I'm going to actually take it down to an 8 out of 10. So this particular piece came in at $140, which shipped straight from overseas. So I would expect shipping to play a astronomical cost in this. However, I'm not 100% sure because I'm already paying for shipping at $20 in the States anyway. So let's see what this particular figure comes with for the price of $140. You receive these stickers, and I'm calling it stickers because I don't have a better word to use. They're not actually stickers because there's no adhesive in the back. So the moment that you apply them to the piece of plastic, you could actually remove it, place it back on the film that it comes on, and use a different holographic piece. That's something that I do like because it's not a one-time use for, again, lack of words, the sticker. For me, the real selling point was the die-cast components. I have no idea where they are, so that was sort of a hit and miss for me. But having this in hand, what convinced me that I will be purchasing a few additional of these whole armors in the future is the functionality. The fact that we have the power buttons in the front is phenomenal. This way you don't need to get to the back of your figures. And if you wanted to place this in a DTOF or some sort of shelving component, you don't have to worry about getting to the back of it to flip up the power source. The other thing that I like is the options of power. You can use batteries or you can use a plug. And I'm pretty sure most collectors will be using an adapter. It just makes, in my opinion, it just makes more sense. So for pricing, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. That gives this particular piece a cliff score of 33 out of 40. So now, is this a pass or a purchase? For me, it is absolutely a purchase. I know it's been a while that Hot Toys actually did the Hall of Armor. Now they'll be redoing them. But prior to that, for those who don't want to wait for them to re-release, this is a good substitute and perhaps even better than the Hot Toys version, which I will be doing a review of or comparison of once they release the new ones. So thank you for tuning in to Mr. Cliff's Toy Shop, and I hope to see you during the next review.